sound that they make is just mesmerizing. You're gonna choose your size, a 7 1/4 inch, which is traditionally average, or the 8 inch, which is traditionally your large. This bracelet, you can get it home for $39.90. And what you'll be receiving is 34.5 grams of sterling silver, but not a hunk of sterling silver that is manipulated in such a way that it is absolutely a work of art. It is 5 months of that easy pay of $39.90. Tell us about, first of all, the relationship, Novica. What does Novica mean? We're seeing Novica bells and chimes.
Well, Novica is in association with National Geographic, and what they do is they go into countries, as we do, and they work with the artisans directly, but they go into small, very small villages that the artisans themselves have no infrastructure. All they want to do is design and make their jewelry. They don't want to worry about shipping and invoicing and all of that. So they go in and actually help them, and they take care of the things, so they're allowed to only design and make this. And here you can see this. This is from Zaid Makaram, and he trained with the most famous designer in Bali. He's actually from the island of Java. And you can see his signature here. We call it Buddha curls. And what he does, he takes those curls and makes things. So you can see, see each bell. Those are individual curls.
Inside, then the bell here. Each curl is individual.
Individual solid sterling silver. And what he does is he leaves those spaces between the curls because it gives it a softer, very sweet sound.
Right, exactly. You can't hear it here. Right, exactly. But if I...
Right. Then you can hear that. See how sweet, very soft, very sweet sound.
That's the sound of this bracelet. And as you said, there's air between the curls that he creates, right? So there are stations of bells and then these spheres, and then they're connected by a particular work that is, what do we call this? We call this...
Right, this is a royal crest chain. You can see each section of that is 16 different curls. Where each curl was made by hand and then assembled by Zaid himself. So you can see each curl, and I think a little bit later on we have a chain.
Yes, we do. We have a full chain,
which
so that you can see that these are the curls that Peyton was just talking about.
Very unique chain, exclusive to QVC. You won't find this anywhere else. But of course, the story here are the beads and the bells. And you know, if you look at each bell, you know, even the clapper. What Zaid did is he's from the island of Java, and what he did is his village is known for cloves. So what he did is he made the clapper as a clove. So instead of one large piece of silver, you have the large, then you have 4 around it, just like you would have with a clove, which even gives it a sweeter, softer sound.
It's so charming. It's not translating so well when I do an individual one, but when I move my bracelet,
very soft.
It's really, you know, I feel like when you have a bell and you're able to move and create that sound, that it's just magical. You know, obviously we're looking for something that's dimensional, and you get that, right, with all the curls, but then you get something that has musicality to it. This isn't like something that you already have in your wardrobe. I actually took this off, but I wanted to let you know that we do have the 7 1/4 inch and the 8 inch as well. Either size, and this doesn't happen often. You know this, oftentimes if you're buying something, you buy an average or a large, the large might actually be more money, especially in jewelry. But here, both of them are actually the same price, and it's 5 months of easy pay of $39.90. You know, bracelets are one of the things that I like, Peyton, about jewelry, because as the wearer, we get to look down and enjoy it.
Right, oh, absolutely. And this is one of those, you know, it's not a loud sound. It's not going to be, you're going to hear it, it's very soft, very sweet. But, you know, let's talk a little bit about Zaid. You know, he's from the island of Java, and one of the most important structures in the world is in Java, and that's the Borobudur Temple, which was built in 9th century. And there's a series of structures there called stupas. And stupa is a Sanskrit word, the ancient Sanskrit word for a bell-like structure. So what he did is he based his bells on those. And bells are very, very important in Bali. They go before any festival, any kind of parade, any wedding, because it's believed that they cleanse the air of any evil spirits that might be lurking around. So you can see we're not going to have any evil spirits around here. No,
you know what, and honestly, I love that idea, right? And this is just a hard left turn, but in It's a Wonderful Life, isn't it when when a bell sounds, an angel gets its wings?
So you have, So you have 4 bells here. So you have 4 angels getting their wings every time you
you move.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You know, I don't know whether or not you are picking this up for yourself or maybe you're picking up as a gift. I know a lot of people actually collect bells of some sort, but can you imagine what this gift will be like to that person that maybe you give it to who collects bells? I love the spheres, and let us not downplay the fact that this is 34.5 grams of sterling silver. Again, this is a precious metal that you're getting hold. And the other point is, you know, we were just on the toggle bar close. When you're talking about these being made by hand, again, right, all the way down to the toggle bar itself and the loop, every single part of this bracelet is intricately detailed and loved on and meticulously crafted. I mean, look at this. Each curl you said is individually done. Each curl on this, on this sphere, individually done and then put together. Each curl on this bell, and you can see the air through the bell there, right? So that's what gives it that beautiful sound, individually done. And I've actually stacked mine. Let me just let you know a couple of things. We said that we've got the chain coming that matches, right? So these are the same as the connectors that you're seeing in this bracelet. So if you wanted to get a necklace and the bracelet together, they actually match. The other point that I wanted to make is that we also have this second bracelet coming up that has 1 bell on it. And I've layered mine just because I'm loving the idea of bells. Yeah.
And I love the sound of that bell too.
And we've got a couple of sizes of bells. So I have a regular size bell here, but we've got a large bell that I have on the necklace, on the chain that I have right now. So it's just kind of the story of Angel Gets Its Wings bells today.
Right. You know, Zaid is, I think, he's by far one of the most talented artisans that I've ever worked with, because when you look at the detail that he puts into every single bracelet, you know, he could have put the bells and the beads on just a beautiful chain.
Right.
But what he wanted to do is a very special chain here. It's based on a temple called Uluwatu, and if you saw my Facebook page today, I actually posted about a picture of the Uluwatu temple, so you can see which is the inspiration for these segments.
Wow.
But you can see every single part, and I'm glad you talked about the toggle, because that's where his signature is. If you look on the end of the toggle, you see the Buddha curls, that's his signature. That means that Zaid himself made each and every bracelet.
So you keep hearing Peyton say Zaid. That's a person. You know that your bracelet was made by a gentleman named Zaid in Bali. Now, where else can you go, honestly, unless you happen to be in, you know, a craft market in your neighborhood where you get to meet the artisan and they made like 5. That's essentially what you're seeing right here.